Hello YouTube, this is Shirley426. Now it is really good to be resting on the weekends. So last week I reviewed the G-Frame High New Gundam, and now so we looked at the G-Frame New Gundam, and definitely it was okay. It's definitely a G-Frame, not as equal in quality in terms of a HG or RG kit. But once again, if you're looking for like a small articulated figure, I think this would have been okay. However, based on the equipment or armaments, it was a little bit lacking. It's definitely the High New Gundam, but it's like feeling like they kind of skimped out on a lot of the equipment. So, which is why I bought the G-Frame expansion pack for the High New Gundam. Now, this would include all the option parts, including a much better funnel parts as well, including other equipment that you would usually see with the High New Gundam. All right, so let's see what we got here. So. Last week we reviewed this guy with the basic components. Which if you buy 2 boxes, now you can check the review on my video on my channel as well. So now let's say you got this. What are you supposed to be getting here? So in the box, obviously this was premium Bandai as well, and this shows all the components here. And the box is non-colored going on here, so which is not too surprising. So if you open this box, this is what you should be getting. You get 2 rolls of equipment here, and then you also get the soda flavored gum. But however, I do not recommend that you chew on this, because usually these stuff well, at this point this has been made quite some time ago, so obviously the gum is also old. Now I'm not sure how long expiration dates are supposed to be in terms of gum, but once again, if you want to avoid food poisoning or anything else, do not chew on this. If you bought an old product and it has gum in it, do not chew. If it's the latest one, like that came out like last month, I guess that's okay. Alright, so let's see what we got from here, from top to bottom. So we get 2 rolls of equipment, so let's start with the small one. So we get an action base which has a ton of holes, that's a good thing. And then we get a action base for the G-frame itself, the main connector here. Although that peg seems a little bit too short on my taste, and the fact that there is no joint on the top, which is slightly concerning, but okay. Now, for those who remember, the wings or the funnel parts on the High New Gundam was empty on the other side, and these were non-separate parts. This whole wing thing was a whole single piece. So if you look on one side, it's okay, but if you look at the other side, it's terrible, and you cannot detach these at all. However, for the option parts, they actually give you fully articulated and actual moving funnel parts in here as well. And then my personal favorite is the Gatling gun that is hidden inside the wrist armor as well. I am a sucker for built-in weapons as well, so that's one set. And then here we have most of the other equipment here. So we get beam sabers, but not the typical HG style beam saber. These are colored as well. So we get the 2 small ones, and then we get the double edge version going on here. I mean the double side here. However, according to the manual, oddly enough, it seems that we have to separate the 2 and then reattach them. So, which is a little bit of an interesting choice there, but oh well. And then let's see what else we get. We get these extra joints, connecting ports for the funnel parts, which is amazing, because like I always say, any figure or model kit that uses funnels as weapons, there's always that issue where there's no practical way on displaying them. They're either going to be stuck on the mobile suit itself, or unless it comes with a specific adapter or joints, then you're going to be using that. But it's usually that you're only to display 1 or 2. So that's a big problem. Of course, there are some exceptions, but once again, that's my point here. But with this, you can definitely display multiple. We get the bazooka, looking pretty good, although based on the manual, it seems like this does not connect to the High New Gundam itself at all. And then we get the High Mega Launcher. Now, I know there are depending on which High New Gundam design or variation this is, this design also changes, because I've seen both designs on like G Generation and Super Robot Wars as well. So once again, it's okay. I do like the fact that I now own one of these things. So yeah. Alright, so we've seen the basics here, so I think I'll be right back with the action base and all the other equipment prepared. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the action base connected, and with the bazooka and the Gatling gun attached, and with the new winged funnels. So here is the previous version going on here. So I think even the color is much more, slightly more darker. But you can see by quick comparison is that you can see the color that was lacking is now there. Now this was purely white on the single piece, but now we have some color separations going on here, and each of these are actually articulated going on here. I'll get into that later, but for now, you can see this is the updated wings. Now you can see on both sides they're now fully colored. There's no empty gap like this one anymore. Now once again, attaching the Gatling gun was no big problem going on here. It looks fantastic. Although I think the Gatling guns look slightly bigger than I expected. But once again, it depends on which high new Gundam we're talking about, because there's different depictions, different like design styles. Hence, like this, if I remember correctly, if I remember like the HUZ blue one, I believe this wasn't like the Gundam Alex types where it opens up to reveal it. It's always been like exposed. But once again, the fact that I have this, and then the fact that this is an attachment, is pretty cool. The bazooka works okay. It's what you expect. It's basically you have the bazooka, and then you also have the handle that can move forward and backward. So that you should have zero problems in terms of holding this weapon going on here as well, in terms of posing as well. Now, in terms of the height of the action base, it's an okay height. But once again, when you compare it to, let's say, the feet to the ground, it's kind of on the close side, but once again, it does its job, so I guess it passes for now. Alright, so we look at the bazooka, the Gatling gun. Let's look at the funnel parts and the beam sabers going on here, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the funnel setup here. So keep in mind, this set comes up with 7 of these joints here, but you since technically High New Gundam only has 6 of them, you're only using 6. So you might be wondering, is the 7th one just an extra? In a way, yes, but it does definitely have a purpose for a different thing. But once again, here we have all the setups. I decided to just attach these in various ways so that you guys don't get the wrong idea. So I am impressed. I definitely love the fact that I can display these wireless weapons in this type of style, which is very good. And the fact that I can now either attach onto one of these holes into the joint, or if you look at the back of the action base, you have 6 of these holes, and each of these holes can be have a little bit of extra joint and movement. Hence, you can like adjust the height or maybe change the position of each and one of these funnels going on here, which is very cool. And another thing is that I believe like this is unless you go to the master grade or real grade territory, it's usually a part that struggles. But now each and one of these single funnels are the ones that you can actually fold up. They each and one of these 6 funnels can actually open up and close on their own, because if you go back to like the HE version, only like 1 or 2 of them are actually functional, and the rest is just a static version going on here. So they actually exceeded in that part, and once you do that, and you can also store it back into the wing, they actually clip on in a very tight joint, so they're not loose in any way. So yeah, this is something I absolutely love going on here. And when it comes to the beam saber, once again, because if you're going to use the dual side here, you actually need to detach the top and then attach the lower end first, and then reattach the top section going on here as well. So that is a slight bummer, but once again, it's a small detail and going on here. But once again, if you think this is too long, you can always go with the shorter versions as well. So it has all the things that you need going on here. And yes, you should have no problems attaching to these holes as well, so because they are actually a pretty firm connection, so nothing is wobbly or nothing is actually loose. So yeah, definitely A+ on my end going on here. Now we've seen the basics of this one. Now it's time to look at the finale, the mega launcher going on here. So I'll be right back with this setup. Okay, I'm back. So here we have the final part of the video. I pretty much bought this expansion or option part because of this launcher. It looks absolutely amazing. I love the size, the length, and everything of it. The design. Now compared to the RG design, which was announced some time ago, it may look a little bit too boring or blandish, but once again, it gets the job done. And I believe that one, which is also cool, but it's a different style. Let's just put it that way. So here we have the launcher. Now holding it might get tricky, but once again, thanks to the moving handles, the main handle here can move actually up and down, so you do have a little bit of leverage. And then the other hand here is that you can detach it, so you have a little bit extra space here. There's actually a pretty good amount of space here, so you can just plug the handle in any position that you feel comfortable in, and you're good to go. Now here is the 7th piece of that of the joint here. Now you don't really need this. This is meant for to make sure that it's stable. But once again, I detached it, and it's not dropping down or anything. But once again, it's just for later future preparation, so that it doesn't like drop down or you accidentally damage anything. It locks everything into place, so it does also have a purpose in terms of that. And you also get a nice detail where you get this cable here that connects to here. Now, as far as I know, this launcher is actually only used when there is like a huge big ship around him, so he would connect to the main energy source, which it would be his main ship, and then he would fire this weapon, because this is a very powerful weapon. This is not meant for to kill or defeat one specific mobile suit. This is meant to defeat a large number of enemies at one go. So yeah. Other than that, I'm still using the main funnel wings. That still has all the separate funnels going on here, so you have free range of movement and positioning going on here. So yeah, everything checks out. And that was pretty much it for the review. So this was the review of the G-Frame High New Gundam Option Part Expansion Set. It comes with all the necessary, the more better type of funnel wings, which can all separate and open up, and you also get all the joints to display them. You get the bazooka, you get the Gatling gun part for the arms, and you get this launcher going on here. So once again, if you're a big fan of the High New Gundam and you gotta have just basically everything HG, RG, Master Grade, and even like the Converge or any product, and you want to finalize that, I think this would make a really nice expansion set. And with a little bit of extra customization, you could use this on any kit, to be honest, and you can use this on any G-frame or anything that you can find suitable. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching thanks for watching the review. This was the review of the G-Frame High New Gundam Option Part Set. If you guys got any questions or requests, then comment below. I have something big coming up soon, so hopefully you'll enjoy that review as well. Until then, see you guys next time.